Thank you for listening to The Red View. Analysis, opinions and general idiocy from Manchester United supporters.
Okay. Right, are we on? Right. Okay. Okay, right. Let's do this. Hello and welcome to episode 3 of The Red View, where each week we'll be reviewing and discussing everything related to Manchester United. We've been off the air for a little while as our editor and tech guy Matt Shaw has been sent on a secret scouting mission to Australia. But don't worry, Matt's all set up now in the land of Oz and we're raring to go. So giving their red-tinted and beer-goggled opinion this week is sports coach Paul Costello, part-time philosopher Adam Sutton, your presenter-in-chief John Watson, and all the way from the land of Oz, European football expert Matt Shaw.
Are you alright?
Matt, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You
Just
there?
about
What's the weather like? Do people understand football over there?
Probably not, but we'll give it a go.
You can teach them, it'll be fine. Are you wearing one of those cork hats?
No, but I've heard the kangaroos like wearing them, so...
Fantastic. So as always tonight we'll be reviewing United's last match, discussing the latest club news, giving our predictions, as well as some bonus features to keep it spicy. So make sure you follow us on Twitter at _red_view, where you'll find a link to our podcast on SoundCloud and YouTube, and you can also like the Red View Facebook page. So a couple of people have been asking about our theme tune. So the song is actually called An Eye for an Eye by up-and-coming Manchester band The Legion of the George Forest.
I've heard of them, I think.
Well, our very own Adam Sutton is a guitarist in the band, and you can download the full track, amongst others, on iTunes. So that's The Legion of the George Forest.
And Spotify.
Check it out. So good evening to the rest of the panel. Hi, you alright? Good day.
Yeah.
Good evening in Australia, I should say. Right, we've got lots to get through today, so let's start by looking at United's goalless draw with Newcastle last Saturday lunchtime, where despite their dominance, United failed to break down the Toon defence. So, Paul, what did you make of the game? And it's frustrating, wasn't it?
Rubbish. Next question. I'm joking. No, obviously it wasn't the best game. Well, obviously wasn't, I don't know what to say really. I mean, I thought that Smalling and Shaw played well if you want to pick out individual performances. But it just feels like we're going around in circles again because I'm getting tired of saying it now. It's just creativity again. There's just no movement behind the ball whatsoever. I think we've got players that can play the passes and those little through balls, but there's just no one. There's no one running in behind.
Mm.
So actually, it just really enrages me when we don't seem to have that creativity.
I think there's going to be a lot of games at Old Trafford like that this season.
Yeah.
And, like I said, I think we need to figure something out quickly. I think Fellaini would have definitely come on if we had him available.
Yeah.
But it's going to be, there's going to be a lot of games where we get 70% possession and we're just sort of almost Arsenal-like, just passing it across the front of the box. I think if we maybe put Herrera in number 10, he quite likes a shot every now and then from outside the box.
Yeah,
I think we
he's
just
quite
need to
direct,
get a shot in just every now and then.
Yeah.
But yeah, just generally pretty frustrating game.
Yeah, very frustrating.
It was. There was obviously the Rooney offside, was it? Wasn't it? Matt, it's frustrating to see Rooney again, but he almost scored, didn't they?
No, Rooney, he might be better now after the Bruges game, a bit of confidence, but he's the one that is not making the runs in behind. Well, he makes one or two, but he's always coming short, and he doesn't seem quite confident enough to just run in. But I don't know, just one of them games, really. I don't, how much can you put it down to our failings, or how much can you put it down to just getting a bit unfortunate that game? I don't know.
What made me feel a bit better is I watched Arsenal against them this weekend, and Arsenal had exactly the same game, but they luckily got an own goal. So
they were against 10 men.
They were against 10 men. So I suppose that us and Arsenal are probably about the same level at the minute.
Mm.
So if they win due to a lucky own goal and with 10 men, and we sort of it's quite a similar game, wasn't it? So I'm not going to look too much into it.
No, Smalling hit the post as well.
Yeah,
Smalling hit the post, offside, maybe not offside from Rooney.
If that Rooney goal had gone in, I think we would have walked away. It would have been 3-0 because the first 20 minutes we were playing some great football.
Yeah.
We just didn't get the break, unfortunately.
Absolutely, and to our surprise, I mean, we reviewed it and we said, the likes of Colaccini, as he passed it, he was probably man of the match. Sky said he was man of the match, didn't they? He had a terrific game, as their defence did, really. Turning to that, obviously we're doing man of the match each week. Colcini got the Sky one. In terms of United, Sutton, do you have a...
No one really stood out for me, but I think I'll probably give it Luke Shaw. I think he's been pretty solid. Well, more than solid all season.
Yeah. He gave their right back, makeshift right back, his name escapes me at the moment, just signed, haven't they? He gave him a bit of a torrid time at the start of the game, didn't he? Had a good
and he's possibly our quickest player as well. He just he's playing like he did when he was back at Southampton a couple of years ago.
Freedom.
Yeah. I'll probably give it him.
He's got the bit between his teeth now, isn't he?
What I don't get is why did Carrick come on? Thoughts?
Don't know.
It just seemed like a perfect opportunity to get Herrera on at that point.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to be rotating Schweinsteiger and Carrick, doesn't he, constantly. I think you've got two big players there, two big names, and I think he's keen to keep them both happy. The two players he likes a lot, Carrick and Schweinsteiger. But I don't know what it is with Herrera. He doesn't seem to be his biggest fan, but he's rarely had a bad game for United. He was one of our players of the season, really, for me, last year. And he's direct, as Paul said before. He'll have a shot from 20 yards. So, yeah, I don't understand that. I don't
either. I think that was a bit of an error.
Yeah,
could have won us the game. That, to be fair.
Absolutely. Okay, so next was the return leg of United's crucial Champions League qualifier with Club Bruges, where an excellent United display punished a poor Bruges side with a 4-0 victory. Rooney showed exceptional bounce-back ability to score a hat-trick as the Reds qualified for the Champions League proper with a 7-1 aggregate victory. So, Sutton, are you pleased with the victory?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, first half was a pretty sort of average performance, really. It's aside from the goal, which was a good little move, but then the second half, Bruges had just given up, haven't they? They just we were carving them apart. We should have scored more than we did, and it was good to see Rooney getting everyone off his back with 3 goals. Could have even had more again, but it was just a very comfortable game for us in the end.
Yeah. Sure, you watched the game, obviously. What were your thoughts? Was it United playing well or Bruges playing poorly, or a bit of both?
Oh, I thought Bruges were absolutely pathetic. Really, they gifted us so much space that I couldn't believe it. Especially second half, we just basically walked it in, second half. Yeah, it was a good performance though. Don't get me wrong, but we'll certainly face better teams than that coming up.
Yeah, it was a strange one, wasn't it? Because they put up a bit of a fight first half, particularly against United. Old Trafford. But they seemed to just roll over the other night, didn't they? Just accepted it. So, bit of a strange one.
But even once the tie was over and they were completely out of it, they were still leaving us so much space.
Yeah.
Even though they needed probably 3-4 goals to go through at that stage, so they were never going to go through it.
No.
Yeah, missed penalty and missed from 4 yards.
Yeah. Well, Hernandez was a bit frustrating. Perhaps we'll talk about him later, but I mean, that was frustrating. Sort of 10 minutes, Hernandez, wasn't it? Came on, missed the penalty, missed the goal from what? I don't know, they say it bobbled or whatever, but, missed it from what? 6 yards or less. Do we think his days are numbered at United after that performance, or is that just one, unlucky 10 minutes and then he'll come back? What do we think?
Yeah, he could have done with a goal there, couldn't he? He would have been a bit of a boost for him.
I think so.
It's looking like his days are numbered, really. United, definitely. He just ever since he's come to United. When did he come to United?
It was at the World Cup, wasn't it? 2010.
2010. So he's been at United for 5 years, and in that 5 years, fans and managers have never felt as though, let's play him for a full game, let's start him, and that's Ferguson, Moyes, and Van Gaal. So if those three don't think that he can't start games, then maybe he can't.
It's a tricky one,
trust him.
It's a tricky one because he doesn't offer the all-round game that, say, Costa or Aguero does. But then, on the flip side, you look at Rooney running deep, Rooney going out wide, coming to the halfway line, and it's frustrating to watch. Whereas, Hernandez does go up front and generally will score your goals. It's a good ratio, doesn't it? So it's a tricky one, isn't it? It's very tricky, but I'd keep him for backup. So
I definitely would. He's probably only played 45 minutes for United in the last year and a bit.
Yeah.
So I think the fact he's not, although he missed 2 pretty easy chances, I think again writing him off like people were doing with Rooney last week is not the answer.
But,
No.
with Rooney, with things with writing Rooney off as well, is that I heard someone make a good. I'm not sure if it was actually made a good point about Rooney the other day. Is that Rooney's had to live with pressure since he was 16, 17 at Everton. Don't try and tell me that Rooney was feeling pressure with this, because he's just not.
No.
In the first goal, I think this is a telling thing. Is he chipped it for his first goal? People who are under pressure don't think about doing chips. They just try and leather it in, side foot or whatever. But the first goal was a nice little chip, so I don't think Rooney's feeling pressure.
My next question was going to be actually,
No,
do you think? No, it's fine. Do you think Rooney was more determined to score like he didn't have the publicity because of the media pressure, or do you think it's just a case of an excellent player doing his job?
It's just a good player. I think it's just a good player whose chances came off in that game, and I just don't think he's pressure at all. He's not played well this year, but everyone goes through patches and stuff. Rooney just seems to get it in the neck more than everyone else.
Yeah, because he's high profile.
Yeah, exactly. He'll score 20, 25 this year if you know. Definitely.
I had a good joke about Wayne Rooney the other day, which is Rooney's a bit like buses, isn't he? What's that I hear you ask? Because you wait a few months for a goal and then 3 come at once? No, because he's big, he's red, and he'll take your granny for a ride.
Dude.
Not for free though.
For cheap as well.
Not for free. I thought I'd show you that one. There you go.
Joke, that.
Right, I'm going to leave man of the match because I'm sure we'll agree it was Rooney. So, with a hat trick. So I'm going to leave that really.
Yeah.
Instead, let's look at the draw for the Champions League.
Oh yeah.
Where United have been drawn alongside PSV, CSKA Moscow, and Wolfsburg. So I'm going to go to our European football expert Matt Shaw for this one. We've avoided a big heavyweight in terms of Barca and Bayern and some of those guys, so we can be pretty pleased, can't we?
Yeah, I mean, what's funny with this seeding setup, you'd argue the easiest tie for us is from pot 1 with PSV. Because we've taken their best player, and they've not brought in world class replacements by any means. The star striker, who's also the captain, failed at Mönchengladbach, and he actually went on loan to Newcastle for a bit. De Jong, he failed there as well. So that's their main striker. So
Was Wijnaldum Newcastle? Did he come from there as well?
Yeah,
He did. I've got a bit of a message on comment. So, like you said, they're just missing a lot of players that they had.
Yeah, depleting.
Yeah.
Obviously, Wolfsburg had a good season, but obviously De Bruyne is off to City.
Yeah, they're probably going to lose him. They've still got good players though. They brought in a good player from Gladbach as well, called Caruso, striker. But
Who's the manager?
yeah,
of
they weren't too great last season in Europe. They seemed to struggle a bit, and I don't know. I still fancy us to get points against them, definitely.
Yeah, Perisic, a few rumours he might be off as well. Obviously, time running out in the transfer window is another big player for them, so we will see. CSK, I guess we'd be confident of beating them. I guess it's just the travelling, isn't it, and the whether the pitch is up to scratch, I guess.
Well, it's actually I don't know where the game will be played. It's probably going to be at what they call the Kinky Stadium, which is a horrible little stadium. But I don't know, because they're doing a load of construction work. So it's hard enough going to Moscow in the first place, but it's going to be at some crappy little ground probably. But
I remember one year that we played them on a synthetic pitch, didn't we, in winter? So, yeah, we will see.
Yeah,
we will see.
Their team hasn't really changed much for a few years now. It's basically the same defence, same keeper. Doomby has gone back to them up front. He's been there for a while. Jagoya behind him. It's basically the same team. They've got pace. They've got pace up front. That's the main problem. But the defence is susceptible to pace massively. So we've just got to get at them, really.
Absolutely. And like you say with the seedings, it's great to see Real Madrid and some of the bigger teams in pot 2 we've avoided. So City obviously climbing up, so they're not there yet. But I think we can be pretty happy and look to top the group. I think. I mean,
that's got to be the aim. I
there's lots of there's lots of tough teams in the group, but there's no heavyweight, is there? So as I said, so I think we can look to top it. Absolutely. I'll stay with you, Shaw. Actually, to the transfer zone. What have you got for us this week?
Well, I suppose we should just mention Johnny Evans. It's apparently 6 million with 2 million add-ons. I don't know what those add-ons are. Don't know if it's if they stay up or something. But what do you think? Do you think that's an alright price, Paul? After what you were saying,
I think 8 million's about right, to be honest. Yeah, no less than that. But I'm surprised. What I'm surprised about is that he's actually gone to West Brom. I thought he could do a little bit better than that, actually. But I suppose if he just wants to play, he just wants to play. But yeah, I think 8 million's about right. Yeah, I think everyone's happy.
I don't understand why they bought him. I think a centre back was the last thing they needed. Mind you, Pulis will probably play him left back or something, won't he?
Well, I think they said Lescott's going, isn't he? He's falling out with Lescott. Well, I know he played yesterday, but Lescott's supposedly off to Villa, isn't he? So maybe it's just straight replacement. I take your point. They've got quite a few centre-backs, haven't they? They're obviously lacking hugely in midfield, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Midfield just gives me a headache.
It's a joke, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And any other, in terms of incomings, I mean, loads of rumours we're hearing, but is there any truth in?
I've heard nothing of like solid rumours this week, which is a bit strange. It's this Neymar thing is an absolute load of rubbish. And I've really got nothing more to add. It's just going to be an interesting few days. Well, a couple of days, really.
I'm intrigued to know. Simple yes or no. In 3 days' time, will we still have De Gea?
Do you know what?
Yeah,
I'd have said yes. I'd have said yes a week ago, but I'm reading now. It's all the relationship has gone completely. I think he's going to go. Unfortunately,
I think he's going to go as well, and I actually don't think we're going to sign anyone else.
No,
I think De Gea's going to go, and we're not going to sign anyone, which is sad. But
make do with Romero for a year with Johnson or Lindegaard's backup.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Our transfers this summer, it's been okay. It's been okay.
Yeah, it has been.
I think we just maybe another one would have been good, but can't complain with what we bought's good. But I think we need maybe another one would have been.
I think Pedro for 21 million.
That was it.
Was just
that was the one. Yeah.
Just do that, you know.
Yeah,
It's not even that much money in the grand scheme of things, is it? Really?
Pedro was.
Yeah.
I think we're lacking something up top. One player, I think.
Yeah, because at the moment we're going to have to play Young, Januzaj, or Fellaini, or Hernandez, I guess.
Yeah, or Herrera, arguably. If you've got a top
yeah,
player, couldn't you? But
he just doesn't fancy him there, does he?
No, no.
So
I think we're lacking one player there.
Yeah, I think we are.
Absolutely. Okay, so I think we all agree with. I think we're fairly happy with the defence and how they've gone. I mean, obviously Blint might not be a long-term option. We've got Rocco to go in there, and we'll see how they go, I guess. But
Jones.
I think we're all agreed. It's Jones as well. So we're all agreed it's up front, with, or potentially forward, if you like, that we want. So we will see on Tuesday evening what happens there. So I think it's time for Sutty's thoughts of the week.
Oh wow!
So what are you thinking?
It's a short and sweet one this week, but it is literally just a thought. And my thought is, why do taxi drivers dress up really smart? I don't get it. I often get into a taxi.
Do they?
I think they do. I often get into a taxi.
Shirts,
and they wear shirts, work trousers, and work shoes.
The only reason I can think of is that they're actually told to by the company.
Yeah.
But then again, who would know? You know what I mean?
Because it has absolutely no bearing on your trip, does it?
Yeah, you could just wear trackies and sweat it out, couldn't you?
Trackies, trainers.
There's a lot of black cabs and all that. They're all self-employed, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're all self-employed, so they just have the license and they just pick up jobs on the radio. So they don't even have a boss as such. They just have a system they can get work through. So if it was me, I'd be in Trekkie B's and a United top.
It's just always mildly amused me that they're often dressed like they're going to go to an interview.
I think we should
and you're the one that's been taken to.
The thing is, I've never got into a taxi and then gone, oh guys, he's wearing trackie bottoms, get out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No. Next time I get a taxi, if he's dressed smartly, which he probably will be, I'm going to ask.
Yeah, and Matt, just look out for it in future. You'll probably notice it every time. You know?
It'd be interesting to see what taxis are like in Australia, sure. So perhaps for next week, if we could have if you could do a bit of a recce and let us know how taxi drivers dress in Australia, that'd be really helpful for the show. Okay.
Is that interesting?
Well, I think it's relevant, if nothing else.
I think Matt will be too busy surfing next week to bother with that. Avoiding those sharks. So.
We will see.
So that's my thought.
Yeah, no, it's brief, but it's a good thought. I like it. So,
I'm just not sure they do. I don't know. I don't know. Do all taxi drivers dress smartly? I don't know.
No, you said it. I can see what you mean.
I think
I think
generally.
you'd be surprised if you. I just presume you've not noticed it up until this stage.
Right, we'll get some evidence for next week. Write that down, okay? Paul's writing it down. Right, we'll get evidence for next week.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I got a taxi this morning, and he was
Fantastic.
even on a Sunday.
Well, there you go. Proved. Just like that. More of them next week.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, we're now on to game time with Paul Costello.
Uh-oh.
Right, okay.
Clap we come
Game.
to love.
Game time. Right, yeah. Something I just want to clear up from last week is there's a question there. There's a question. The answer was actually Sam Evans or Samuel Evans. And for people who don't know, he's a good friend of ours, a good friend of the show. So yeah, if anyone was wondering who Sam Evans was that played for Poynton and Lostock, the answer was one of our friends, Sam Evans. So just wanted to clear that up straight away.
Non-league footballer.
Non-league football, yeah, same age as us. Okay, yeah. Game this week is going to be, I'm going to say a player. You have to guess their age. There is a bonus round. Just to let you know, so far Matt Shaw's winning with 6 points. John Watson's on 2, and Adam Sutton's at the bottom on 1. So that's so far. So yeah, I'm going to ask you 5 each. 5 players. You've got to get the age exactly. And if you want the bonus age, you can. And the bonus age you can get to one each side. So for example, at 45, if you say 46 or 44, you get the point.
There's a bit of leeway.
Yeah, and if you get it, you get 2 points. If you get it wrong, you minus a point off. So it's up to you if you go for the bonus. Your choice. And the name of the game is What's My Age Again? What's My Age Again? Link 182 reference there.
Fantastic.
So yeah, start off with John, our host today. You ready?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Blind United.
I think he is 26.
Okay. Sanya, the right back from Man City.
I think he is 31.
Is he French, by the way? Sanya?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wondered. Mikel Arteta, Arsenal, previously.
I think he's now 33.
Danny Rose, left back.
Danny Rose, I reckon
Tottenham
he
Hotspurs.
is 23.
Okay. And last one is Jags. Phil
Jagiel.
Centre back.
32. I'll go.
32.
Okay. You got 1 out of 5. You were incredibly close. The one you got right was Arteta, but there were 3 of them you only 1 year out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quickly run through the age.
Yeah, Blind, you said 24, didn't you? You're 25. Sanya, did you say 31?
Yeah.
He's just turned 32.
Wow.
Not long ago.
Days out.
You got Arteta right. Now Rose, you got it a little bit wrong. He's 25, Rose.
Wow.
And then Jagielka, who I thought was 32 before, I checked it. He's actually 33. So you're actually lucky there.
So good effort, we'd say.
I'd recommend you go bonus, but you don't have to.
I will go.
If you lose this one,
I
you
will go bonus because my one.
Okay. Right. Okay. You can have this to 1 with each side. Andy Cole.
Andy Cole now.
Yeah.
Wow.
One with what?
It's tough, isn't it?
Okay.
You have to go bonus, to be fair. So whatever happens now, I think you made the right choice.
Cole, 42.
Okay, well done, it's 43.
Yes!
You get 2 extra points. You've actually saved your thing there. So John, you got 3 out of 5, which is that's probably about right for this game. Well done.
Isn't
The name of the game, by the way, is What's My Age Again? What's My Age Again? Right.
Cheers,
Adam
Bob.
Sutton, you're next.
Yeah.
So you got 3 out of 5 to beat.
Okay.
Phil Jones, Manchester United centre back, previously of Blackburn Rovers.
23.
Ashley Williams, centre back at Swansea.
31.
Diego Costa, Chelsea's mean centre forward.
Was it 25 or 26? I'm going to go 25.
Gary Cahill, Chelsea, previously of Bolton, the Reebok Stadium used to be his home.
28?
Last one, Charlie Adam, Stoke.
30.
Okay, you're a bit unlucky as well. You got 2 out of 5. You got Phil Jones. You got Ashley Williams. Costa was 26.
Oh, no.
Gary Hale's 29. I think you said 27, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
Charlie Adams.
Yeah.
Charlie Adams nearly 30, but he's now like 29. 30 in a couple of weeks.
Very close again.
So yeah, I mean, do you
I'll
want to get your bonus?
Yeah.
Right. Teddy Sheringham.
Oh God.
Teddy Sheringham.
I'm going to go 46.
It's 49. Yeah, 49.
Wow.
So unfortunately, you lose one. So you were on 2. You now on 1.
I'm not
John-
doing too good on the old game.
Yeah, John's on 3 out of 5. Adam Sutton's on 1 out of 5. Right, you ready, sure?
Yeah.
Okay, Rocco, United centre back.
25.
Ericsson, Tottenham midfielder, Scandinavian.
24.
Ozil, Arsenal's creative. Well, he's not very creative. Arsenal's midfielder.
That's a tough one actually. 20,
Massively overrated player, by the way.
27 maybe.
Okay, Ivanovic, Chelsea's right back. Well,
Oh, he's 30. Oh no. He's 31 maybe.
okay. And Baines, left back for Everton, injured at the minute.
I reckon he's 30 now. I think it might be about 30 now.
Okay. Right, well done, Matt. You got 3 out of 5 there. You got Rocco right at 25. Ericsson's 23 though, and Ozil's 26. But you got Ivanovic and Baines. So you're on 3 out of 5 so far. So at the minute you're sharing the points with John. Would you like to go to the bonus?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, you want to go for it?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Dwight York.
Oh,
I was going to ask if I was going to say it in a minute. Dwight York.
can we backtrack? Oof. I can't give an educated guess here because I don't associate any season with a particular age of Dwight York.
Yeah, you got a bit of leeway. You got 1 year to either side, so yeah. What do you reckon?
This is a bit of a stab in the dark. I'll just say 43.
Yeah, you got it bang on. He's 43.
Oh, Nick's
So that was a fluke. Sorry
Yeah,
about that, boys.
You get to. It's all right. You won. You got the extra 2 points short. So you win this week with 5 points. John comes second with 3, and Adam Sutton comes in last at 1. There was a bit of a theme. All the bonus questions players for the strike force of 1999, apart from Solskjaer. So
Nice.
hope you enjoyed it. That's
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Fantastic. Sure, storming ahead in the tournament. Right, so looking
Storming.
ahead, United travel to the Liberty Stadium in just a few hours. So as we record this, they'll play an informed Swansea team who recently earned a point at Stamford Bridge, which prompted Mr. Mourinho to unleash fury at his medical staff, as we remember. So how do we see the game panning out? Sure, and should we fear for the jobs of our physios this afternoon?
Physios, John.
Yeah, if you recall, Mourinho sort of tried to sack his physio and team doctor after Swansea were last there.
Oh yeah, they were playing Swansea, weren't they? Yeah, I think Swansea are a better side this year than they were at the end of last season. They've got Montero firing a bit now, and they've got Ayew on the other side. So that's going to be a good battle. That our fullbacks against their wingers. Yeah, if we're going to win it, which I think we might, we're just going to edge it. You know, it's going to be one of those. We've just got to try and grind it out, which is what we're doing anyway at the moment. But yeah, they're playing well at the minute, Swansea. And the other threat I'd mention is obviously Gomi up front. I think Blind in the air is lacking a bit, and
Yeah,
I think that's the main threat. Although Shelby's playing well as well, isn't he? But
absolutely.
Well, I've got a stat on Shelby.
Oh, go ahead.
John Joe Shelby has created more goal-scoring chances than any other player in the Premier League so far this season.
Really?
That's all right. That's all right. That.
Oh,
Fancy football, that, maybe.
And also, Gomis has got 8 goals in his last 9 games in the Premier League.
wow.
So, you know, and we know they're a good side, so it should be a good battle, I think.
Well, in those, I read, I've got the stat for you too, which was in those, the last 9 games, Gomez scored 8. United have only scored 5,
Right.
which, including the
To sign him up.
end of the season.
Get him.
Yeah, maybe get
Is
him.
Gomez the guy who scored that nice drag back goal against Chelsea opening day?
that was
That was a
Ayew.
really nice goal. If you don't
Yeah.
watch that, check it out on YouTube. That Ayew drag against Chelsea.
It was very
really
nice.
nice goal.
No, we like that here at the Red View, that goal.
We like things like that, don't we?
Yeah.
It's just skill, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Emergency question. I haven't had time for one today. It's been quite jam-packed. Ryan Giggs or Fryin Pigs? Do we prefer Ryan Giggs, the man, the footballer, the legend, or do we prefer bacon sandwiches?
So if I had to live without,
Yeah.
one,
If one of them, if you could take one out of your life
Exists.
ever, one of them just did not exist, what would it be?
would I know it's not? Would I know I'm missing out though?
No. But knowing how good
I
the
think
good
I've got
both
an
are,
answer. I've got an answer.
Ryan
I've
Giggs.
got an answer, simply.
I love football.
I would, as much as I love bacon,
Yeah.
I would pick Ryan Giggs purely because he scored my favourite ever goal against Arsenal in
Yeah.
99.
Wow.
That is my.
Even if
goal
I
of all
include
time.
sausages in there as well, yeah.
Yeah. Let's say yeah.
Okay. Paul,
We're United fans.
Paul, you say?
I'd keep Giggs, but just that is tough.
You like your bacon. We had a bacon sandwich this morning, didn't we,
I
Paul?
love my bacon.
Yeah.
But I think United, if we've been serious about United's success, Ferguson and stuff, that wouldn't have happened. A lot of that wouldn't have happened without Giggs.
Giggs is an icon as well.
We won 13 Premier Leagues with Ferguson. Take away at least 3.
Yeah.
Giggs isn't there.
Yeah. Sure, are you in agreement, or do you like a fried pig?
No, I just think bacon is really overrated. I really do.
Oh, come on. What about
No.
sausage? You must like sausage. Chorizo, come on. There's loads.
Bit of gammon.
Gotta be careful what I say here. But no, I think bacon gets a really easy ride.
Oh no.
Gets no critics, and it should do.
No.
Because it's tasty.
What I think is funny with bacon is everyone's like, oh, I prefer mine crispy. Everyone prefers it crispy.
Yeah.
Can I have a bacon a bit undercooked? No.
Right, I think we're getting off topic a bit, but I think we
Right,
all
I think Ryan
agree
Giggs was
that
the
Ryan
answer.
Giggs, not frying pigs.
Yeah.
Okay? Right, more of them
Good
next
question.
week. Okay. So,
Pigs are alright, by the way.
Okay. So I think that's all we've got time for on this week's edition. So just to say thank you to the panel.
Yeah. It's a pleasure.
Cheers.
Okay. Thanks to Matt for tuning in from Australia.
Yeah, I should also mention I've been recording this from Australia, so if there's any bugger ups in the audio, you know why, but we've done our best.
Yeah, just always do your best. It's
Hopefully there'll be no glitches, but we will see. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and we will see you next week on The Red View.
fine. Have a good weekend.